Well, we had a heck of a day with storms across the area, several of which brought flood alerts to the area. Of course, we had flood advisories for majority of the coastal empire and low country. Follow that up with a flash flood warning for the city of Savannah that did lead to lots in the way of stranded vehicles around the Oglethorpe Mall area. Now things are beginning to wind down, but there is plenty in the way of activity still across Beaufort County, and the Viper radar is detecting some light to moderate rainfall, generally Beaufort, Port Royal area, but this is going all the way out to I-95, and even farther south, the Bailey's Landing area is getting the heaviest of the rain. Just offshore of Hilton Head, now starting to see some of this activity come ashore. Light to moderate rain, heavy rain just offshore of Caligny, and this will eventually make its way in, but it will take its time to do so, of course. A lot of the area, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, some of it in very quick fashion. Western counties got in on that first, generally speaking, right along the Altamaha as well. And the bulk of the heavy rainfall, at least in quick time, came into one of the more vulnerable spots for flooding, and that is South Savannah. All of these are vehicles that were stranded on roadways, and there was a good amount of them near the mall along 204. So again, turn around, don't drown, because you will have issues, especially if you have a lower vehicle to the ground, of course. And more in the same of rain chances tomorrow. Of course, starting off, by the way, 72, a very nice cool start after the very rough stretch of 80-degree mornings we had. Eventually, rain chances do come up. You scattered storms by the early afternoon hours, and temperatures, by the way, will struggle to even reach into the 80s north of I-16, but some spots south of I-16 may get a little busier. By the way, 60% chances of showers and storms continue, and could be a similar scene to today where they will all begin to pop up around at the same time. A very sluggish frontal boundaries stalled across the area, but just to its north, we do have northeasterly winds developing as an area of low pressures offshore. That's going to move away from the area, but before it gets completely out of the way, we do have an area of low pressure developing. It actually does have a chance of reaching developing tropical characteristics and even reaching named storm status. The Hurricane Center giving that about a 30% or so shot, of course, and this is going to head out well away from our area, of course, and this is going to develop south of the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Weak developments possible, may see a subtropical or tropical storm there, of course. Marine concerns are the main issue. Of course, you have a long fetch of northeasterly winds, may also see beach concerns too. Now, this is newer as of about 8 o'clock or so. There is a tropical wave moving off Africa. Very slow developments possible. There's a lot of time to track this thing though, and it's not even off the coast yet, doesn't even have a center, and still has a long way to go. So no certain outcome just yet. We have a lot of time to watch, and the dust and dry air is going to make that not really develop all too well. Models are really overdoing the rain chances. The atmosphere is fairly worked, but bottom line, you get into the day tomorrow, that's when you start to see those showers and storms popping up. I think this model is just a little quick in its progression, but you get the point, of course. That activity winds down by the evening, but multiple rounds of showers and storms are possible. Into Monday, same song and dance again, more showers and storms possible, but coverage will be a bit less. It will be a little bit warmer as well. Temperatures inland may get down into the 60s rather, which is a welcome change to the area. Rain will come to an end. I beg your pardon. Into the day on Sunday, more rain and storms by the afternoon, but some spots will not even reach 80 if you're north of I-16. As I said before, overall, we will take that as a victory. Quick look at our local waters. Again, could be bordering on small craft caution conditions. East winds shift to northeasterly 10 to 20 knots, 2 to 4 foot seas in the area. High tide at about 4:20 in the afternoon. And a quick look at your 7-day forecast as well. More rainfall again for Sunday, back to more of the normal by the middle of the week, but we'll take any break from the extreme heat that we've had recently.
And I believe at 6 o'clock, you said sweatshirt weather for those
hoodie
low
weather
in the 70s.
Yeah, Monday morning for sure.
Listen, I wouldn't say that's extreme. I get cold easily, especially compared to the 90s that you said we've been experiencing. Yeah. Nice, hoodie to cover your head. I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.